I have a lot of books. Too many, some may say. Some. And some of those end up falling through the cracks, get put on a high shelf and forgotten. I can't reach it. Or on a low shelf. Or at the bottom of a pile of books. That tends to happen when I start running out of space. And unfortunately, I have limited space. As much as I would love to keep every single book, I have some decisions to make. I'm here, and so are the books. I'm not sure why I decided to do this sitting on the floor, but here we are. I recently watched a video by the lovely Jade, and she decided what was going to be her next read by getting some of her books from her TBR and reading the first chapter of each of them. And that's how I'm going to decide which one of these books are going to stay and which ones I am going to donate. I'm gonna tell you what the books are. The first one is The Luminaires. Some of these books are very popular here, and I've just had them for a while, never actually picked them up. So this one's one of them. The cover is beautiful, and I'm pretty sure this was a cover by The Marriage Plot. I'm not sure when I got this, but it is here. A Visit from the Goon Squad. I've heard this is funny, and I was looking for something funny. But then my mood changed, and I picked up something else. A classic. Foundation. Is it called Foundation? It is called Foundation. I know things. Asimov is a classic. I like fantasy, but I don't know why I've never picked this up. The Institute by Stephen King. I tried reading Stephen King once, wasn't a fan. Someone recommended this. It's still here. The Diviners, one of those books that were highly, highly hyped here on BookTube. Never read it. Or I think I started it and never finished it. Possibly. Last, City of Thieves. Cover's interesting. I think I'm gonna start with the last one that I mentioned, City of Thieves and Foundation. I have a couple of hours. I'm gonna read the first chapter of each of these two, and then I will check back in. Chapters of each, actually, of Foundation. I ended up reading the first 2 chapters because they are so short. So, Foundation, I'm definitely keeping it. This is intriguing me, and the fact that the chapters are so short, it's making me have the feeling of reading it faster and definitely boosting my reading morale, so that's good. Definitely keeping it. However, I'm not keeping City of Thieves. This is actually a World War II story, and it's not, I don't think it's gonna go towards the historical fiction. It's more of apparently of an adventure or something like that. However, I started losing interest mid-first chapter. I'm definitely not the target audience for this, so decision made. This is gonna go towards another home. It might be fun, it might be interesting farther ahead. However, I don't think I can get into it. And if I'm not seeing myself reading it really soon, I'm getting rid of them. So this is going to a better home. Kinda hungry now. I'm about 10 pages in and I'm already done. This is not for me. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not liking the writing, just no, I already know. Also, I checked and I don't think it has chapters, it just goes on and on and on. Not for me. Let's try this one out. This is not for me. I think it would have been for me a few years ago, maybe when I was a teenager. Right now, this is not something that is catching my attention. I do, however, know someone that might love this, so I'm gonna give it to her. I think she will. She will love this. Next. Last 3 books. I really liked this method of deciding whether or not what books I'm going to be keeping, and I've decided that I'm going to make it a recurring thing. It's not going to be every month because I don't think I have that. I have a lot of books that I should decide on, but definitely every once in a while. I think it's a good exercise into revisiting books that I've had for a while and making decisions. It's a good way of deciding, so in the future I will make more. For now, let's decide on the last 3. The first one, Visit from the Goon Squad. Actually, it says here that this was the winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction for 2011. Unfortunately, I did not enjoy this. I don't know, I couldn't get into it. I'm not sure if it's the writing, I'm not sure if it's just that the story wasn't grabbing me immediately in the first chapter. And I do understand that just basing something from the first chapter, it's not a great thing to do, but if it's not grabbing me, then I'm not gonna continue reading. So this is going away, hopefully to a home that will love it. The next one is Stephen King. I cannot make up my mind about this. I don't know. The chapters are very small, which I went through a few of them quite fast because I couldn't make up a decision just of one page, which is what's the first chapter. But I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna keep this and then just try reading it. It's interesting. It says that it is about people with special abilities and that the government is making experiments on them. The cover seems interesting. I don't know about this, but it didn't quite grab me at the beginning, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep this just for the curiosity of, I don't know. So this is staying. This is gonna be a pain. I don't know with this one either. The Luminaires. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. This is a difficult decision. I think it's on the same category as The Institute. I don't know if it's just because it has a slow start or I don't know. The cover is beautiful as well, which it pains me to get rid of. But I don't know. I have no idea. It could be interesting, but maybe me just being undecided and curious about this too makes it the decision to keep reading to see what happens. Curiosity. Interesting.